Narcissists underestimate others because their low self-esteem tells them to do so. Good morning, everyone. Another spiritual download, and Spirit told me to go into a little bit more detail in regards to the two most prevailing personality disorders that are plaguing society today. The first one, of course, you already know, is Narcissistic Personality Disorder. Is a personality disorder. It's a psychological diagnosis. And also we're going to talk about dependent personality disorder, which is also a personality disorder that has a psychological diagnosis. Now, you hear people throw the term narcissist around all the time. These are basically people that are stuck on themselves. But it's a little bit more than that. See, a lot of these people, the reason why that they're stuck on themselves is because deep down they have low self-esteem, they're unsure of themselves, and they're just unbalanced. And in a lot of cases, it stems to childhood. A lot of people who have a narcissistic personality disorder have encountered some kind of trauma as a child. They were either neglected, and it's on both ends of the spectrum. Either they didn't get any attention at all or they got too much attention. They lived in a world of extremes. So either everything was great and wonderful in the household, over the top, so to speak. And when I say great and wonderful, I'm being facetious. They were the little princess, the little prince. They were the spoiled brat to the point where they were not taught any interpersonal skills with people at all. All they were given was whatever they wanted. So it got to the place where everywhere that they go, they demanded attention, and if they didn't get it, they were going to make sure they got it, and anybody who didn't give it to them, they got their wrath, they got their disrespect. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, people who were ignored, neglected, they develop narcissistic personality disorder because they're trying to build themselves up in some way, form, or fashion. And they're seeking the attention of others. So they develop this persona that they're everything to everybody and that people should pay attention to them. And again, they're disrespecting the opinions and the presence of other people. People who have narcissistic personality disorder often fail in relationships. They do not keep the respect of others because they don't want it. They don't care. Anytime that there's a conversation, it's all about them. Anytime that there's any interactions or anything, it's all about them. They do not care about your opinions. They do not care about your goals. They do not care about how you feel. You are an object, a piece of a puzzle for them. You are like a piece of furniture in the house. You serve that one purpose and that's it. You're not a human being in their eyes because they think they're better than everybody anyway. These people are either overachievers to the point to their detriment, where they wind up ruining everything around them as far as people who are associated with them because, again, they don't care about people. Or they're underachievers who present themselves bigger than what they are. These people are very damaged and broken. They have an altered perception of reality. They get up in the morning thinking literally that they can conquer the world. And they go out and they try to do so. But people from the outside looking in see that these people over time, they're haggard, they're tired, they have money problems still, they have relationship problems still. And the people from the outside are wondering when they're going to get it, when they're going to realize they need to change their ways. A lot of these people don't change their ways. And that's the fan coming on, so I do apologize for the interruption. So the next person that we're going to talk about is going to be the person that has dependent personality disorder. Now, I'm going to tell you something. 9 times out of 10, the only person that a narcissist can live with is someone who's dependent on them. Because a person who has dependent personality disorder has low self-esteem as well. They just don't have a fake high opinion of themselves at all. They feel they can't exist without somebody by their side. So a person with dependent personality disorder and a person with narcissistic personality disorder, they're probably the best matched people. However, when there's a disagreement, it's very ugly. But other than that, that's the only perfect match for these personality types, because you have one that wants all the attention and one that can't live unless they're giving somebody else a lot of attention. It's a perfect match, but those are the only people that those people can deal with. A person with dependent personality disorder cannot be alone. They go from relationship to relationship to relationship. Some of them have multiple relationships because they think in their mind they don't have faith in what they already have, and they're looking for it to dissolve at some point. So what they do is they arrange backup relationships, so that way when the first relationship falls away, they can go to number 2, number 3, number 4, so on and so forth, because they're afraid of being alone. And contrary to popular belief, people instantly want to think when dependent personality disorder is women. There's a lot of men who feel this way. Look at the track record of a lot of men who have done nothing but had multiple women all of their lives and never been alone. They're suffering from it too. Not only do they have a divide and conquer mentality, but also they can't be alone. They can't be without a woman. They can't be without a man. A lot of men go through this as well. These type of people are the type of people, when you go in their house, they've got 2, 3 things going on at one time. There's never any peace. They got TV running, they got the radio running, they got kids running around, the dog barking. And I'm not talking about just certain times during the day like us regular folks. I'm talking about constantly, all day, all the time, because they have to have that interaction or noise with something, because they cannot afford to sit quietly for 5 minutes. Neither can a narcissist. The narcissist can be by themselves because that's all they care about is themselves anyway. So they don't mind those few minutes alone. And see, that's where the person with narcissistic personality disorder and the person with dependent personality disorder, they often get into disagreements about it, because the narcissist wants to have everything just their way, and they don't like the boat rocked. They don't like a whole bunch of confusion. And the person with dependent personality, it sometimes, they want attention all the time. And the narcissist can get exhausted at times and can be very cruel in their delivery, explaining to them that they don't want to be bothered. So that's where they disagree. But other than that, it's a perfect match. So I kind of hope that this helps you understand the difference between the two. Both of them have a pie in the sky mentality in regards to life anyway, but don't want to do any work and don't want to change their ways. So that's the similarities between the two of them. And that's why the two of them make a perfect match, because they do have a lot in common as far as that goes. But the person who's dependent, I've heard so many people that I know that they have dependent personality disorder based on their history and their interactions with people. And when they interact with people, it's not just a simple interaction. They're constantly needing their attention to the point where they exhaust others. So their relationships are fractured and broken, just like the person who's the narcissist, because their energy is just taking too much out of the other person. They're demanding too much from them. And people get tired and then go on. They get tired of giving themselves to somebody who doesn't want to give anything back to them. That's not the way relationships work, people. You can't go in thinking you're going to get what you want and just walk away. And if you do, you're thinking you're going to walk away quietly. Not nowadays. No, that's a dangerous game to play. You can't turn around and go into somebody's space, take up all their time, take up all their resources, and actually think that you're going to get away with it. Okay, you might get away with them in the physical sense, but spiritually, you're not going to get away with it. You actually think you can run in and out of people's lives and just take whatever you want to take for your selfish gain and not suffer any consequences? And see, the person who's a narcissist and the person who has the dependent personality disorder, they again look at people as objects to help feed them, feed their egos. And another similarity that these two personality types have, they're never satisfied with everything. They'll say that they want X, Y, Z, but then when they get it, you can count the days as to when they're going to either start complaining about it or they want something better, because they're never satisfied with what they ask for, because what they ask for doesn't make any sense in most cases. Deep down, they don't know what they want because they don't know who they are. They're trying to fill that void of feeling small, but they don't want to do the work. So I kind of hope this helps someone. Peace to you all.